Me llamo Laura.
Y soy Max. Somos estudiantes de las letras y del idioma español.
We're students of creative writing and the Spanish language. We're here today to present Vista, a look into life abroad through poetry.
As a culmination of our shared interest in creative skill, we have come together to create and publish a journal that revisits our time abroad in Argentina as a part of UMF's exchange program.
On the surface, Vista is a bilingual journal of poetry, prose, and photography.
Pero como artistas, nos fascina con la pregunta, ¿cómo se traduce?
But as artists, we're fascinated with the question, how does one translate?
This is not just a question between languages, but between experiences, shared and separate.
Vista highlights one understanding, or misunderstanding, of what it means to expose and immerse oneself and emerge between cultures.
As writers and students of language, Vista is our representation and recreation of a journey abroad and back.
As a duo, we've created something that we could not create individually. Our process is centered on the joint facets of writing and on the workshop atmosphere.
And as a result, this process has produced independent and highly creative publication from which we'll read today.
If you join us at 3:30 today in the landing, we'll be releasing copies of the journal Vista, which we're reading from right now.
First, Laura's going to begin with her poem entitled Como Miel, Like Honey.
And we're going to start our slideshow of photos we have to accompany our words.
Maybe not.
Como miel. Like honey in the heat, I moved fast. It was a simple plan of escape. In July, put 50 pounds in the belly of a plane. Abandon the right to steer or to speak fluently. Find my seat next to 5 other students en route to Córdoba. Sleep, if I could. Eat when food was put in my lap. With the click of a stewardess's red belt, the captain would call for order in Castellano, and I could be delivered to a new country. And that country was Argentina.
We'll now continue with one of my pieces, entitled Above La Cañada. Late August, the city slides south toward a sudden spring when the sky gods accumulate and roll in from Las Sierras, a silent drop in temperature only seconds before you would have called me back. And the SIM card in my cell phone shifts, displacing me off the grid, really just a few blocks east of the Tin City Center, where El Taxista shifts to, gears into first, coasts along the canal, through the elsewhere and foam, then says, seconds before the rain falls, "Te pareces extranjero," that I look foreign, like he really knows. De España, a Spaniard, a surprise that suspends me in the naked memory of a blue hotel, less 100 paper pesos for 2 spellbound hours spent learning the language of the tongue, la lengua, curving around the ear, la oreja of a young god. Then suddenly back again, where Santa Rosa meets Alvear, a city of steam rising from pipes in mouths, rooftops, and wrist-flicked cigarettes. From here, I mistake you for every cock or queer Quetzal in the backseat of the yellow taxi cabs, and on the corner, whose fingers another feathered girl lights the neon clouds with his heartbeat, while the lone phantoms melt into the Venetian Avenida, the flooded bathhouse bottoms. But your magic, mad sun has not worn off. Still, I am the weeping ivy round your temple, the knot in your coarse, black, iliac hair. In one swift squall, Facundo el Viento unlocks the door to Depto 3B, but I linger on the balcony, porro en mi mano, spelling novio like nightmares and abstract endings. From above the tangled acacia trees, I can see a pride of drunken jaguars prowl the streets, trail after taxis, their rosettes dissolving from pelts into your pupils. Solace, the jungle exhales your breath, but there is no translation for your foreign fallacy. You are the color of the vineyards in Mendoza, the wheat that Neruda revealed. Still, in the slant rain, La Cañada swells
country of Argentina after returning home and feeling the confusion between belonging to my home country and falling in love with a new country, Argentina. And it's called Son Hermosas, which means they are beautiful. Argentina is a woman, and she stepped out into traffic. Her sidewalks are slick. There is no traction in Córdoba, a city like socks on tile. They've been calcetines all my life, but here they're a pareja de medias, socks. I'm slipping. Andres starts to cross the avenida to a chorus of car horns. He speaks a sloppy Cordobese, and I scrape the fractured words from the front of his mouth. He's got on an Argyle sweater, asks, "Conoces la película? Did you ever see the film Casablanca?" I hear, "Argyle, Argyle, Argyle, Argyle," and I nod a silent C, curls in my eyes. Somewhere in a general store, a man from Israel cannot remember the Spanish word for honey. Argentina is a dirty street dog, a half-built monument, a cigarette still burning on the slippery road. She is every construction worker, the little skulls of their knees bent beneath orange pants like the ones prisoners wear. She is every green parrot squabbling at the base of a palm tree, the wood fire smoke rising through a kitchen window, 4 women sitting down to empanadas. She is the matted rasta on every Rastafarian. Today, one tried to sell me bracelets. I said, "No gracias." I meant, "Buena suerte." Good luck. Across the black street El Flaco is Ingrid Bergman, standing in a lamp's little patch of day. "Andres!" rings out of my mouth, and an old woman narrows her eyes at my accent. She is beautiful. She is the cake lady, making her rounds in the park, or the children by the fountain, football at their feet. She is lovers in the dusty grass, or sitting on top of wooden platforms. Their innards are full of basura, trash, and it's stuffed through the broken slats on which they sit. Argentina is the park, and the cool water across all of their backs when the wind shifts. The pond is green, mate green, fernet menta green, poro green against the bellies of the white ducks, and against the colored ducks, too. Argentina is the moth rattling her wings against my window, all glass, no screens, stucco walls, terracotta roofs, and soft clay tennis courts, perfect, empty, climbing trees. Ay, mommy! Argentina has left me. I can see my suitcase in the corner like a hungry ghost, brown tongue, smelling like Andres and the poro, smelling like every man smells in Argentina. They have the same sweat. They smoke the same cigarettes. These are not his hands near the corners of my mouth in America. America, who is she?
The next piece that we'll be reading will be a poem that I wrote. It actually kind of wrote itself, and it deals with the same kind of concepts Laura was wondering about. Who are we in relation to these countries? This poem is called Flash. Flashero, son las 5 de la mañana, 5 a.m., and tonight's half moon has evaporated into the ozone, become a breathless pocket in my lungs, la astronomía entre nosotros.
The astronomy between you and I.
Kicked out of the bars and into la madrugada, the gypsy music of the morning, we are tethered together, stars weaving across the glass streets blindly. I do not yet understand how you sip whiskey like water, but how you remind me of flannel and my father. The days the city shines como los centavos oros, and I think it can be seen from space, from spirit. Having not smoked nor slept, you will ask me if I am dreaming, and I will always say siempre. Yes, my jacket looks good on you. After some city-blocked viejo, you will tire and want to go on by yourself, but there is still talk of California, of birds and bus rides. California, you say, is where we could live and keep on living. But a warm December has since swept us through the orange lamplit glow, past the protests at Patio Olmos, and back in time. A las cuadras lined with construction and kioscos, where gravity weighs in on me, those heavy marble eyes, the color of Córdoba. Escúchela, la ciudad flasheando. This is the end of the weekend. La hora urbana, when we lose ourselves to Borges, the Black Keys, 5 weeks, my vowels will howl in Portuguese, but you will hide behind textbooks and finals. Tell me, Che, no more questions. Arms folded, I will repeat, no te entiendo.
I don't understand.
When you use hipster slang or speak into your handkerchief, but I must know, why does the dawn rise early los domingos? Why have you let go of my hand? Your reply will flash, forced in a kiss, que descanses, Maxo, and I will follow you as far as the far edge of the park, to sit with the ants in the dewy blades of grass until my collectivo arrives and you are a galaxy out of sight. I believe we're going to close with this piece.
I'm going to end our reading today with a piece called Pack. And it's dedicated, you'll see that our journal is, to the people who we travel with. Pack. In the south of Argentina, 6 months from my first plane ride, I could fit all of my possessions into one backpack. One pack and a shared blue duffel bag. The blue bag that confused the group. Call it the food bag. Jesus, we're trying to pack, unpack, repack as fast as we can. Life could exist in one bag, or 1 and 1 6, or 6 on the trip. The trip is south. We take Ruta 40, a strip of vacant pavement that turns to dirt but does not stop until the end of the continent. It's the last continent before Antarctica, the one you might call America del Sur. After 6 months in Argentina, we 6 Americans have learned the insignificance of that name. If you are from the United States, you are estadounidense.
Yankee.
Everyone in the Americas is an American. No one warned us this would be the most challenging translation, that everything in the south of Argentina is more expensive, that El Sur is an unsettled desert of thorns and low brush, all wild guanacos and emus, and that we would run out of money before we could see the coast. But we bussed 24 hours to Pueblo Bariloche, rented a silver Kangoo van, and drove ourselves towards the end of the earth as if our return flights did not exist. We stuffed wildflowers into the heating vents, and we sang to keep